He says, enforced morality lacks the power that comes to us when we choose to live a spiritual life. Help me. Enforced morality lacks the power that comes to us when we choose to live a spiritual life. Come on, put your brain on.
Say it one more time.
It's not the same when you're made to do it as when you choose to do it yourself.
There you go. There's a difference. I always say, and we've heard it said before, that a man that is a man that is forced against his will is still of the same opinion. You see what I'm saying? And he says there's a difference when you are being made to do something. And there's a difference between when you're being made to do something and when you choose to do it on your own.
It's like salvation. That's why God gives you the choice of accepting Him instead of just making everybody automatically
Okay.
Christian.
Yeah. That's his big thing. Yeah, I can make you, and God can make us do everything that He wanted us to do. But God gives us the freedom of choice. God gives us the ability to choose. And His word clearly says that I know you love me. When what? You keep my commands. When what He is saying is, I know you love me when you choose. Not when you are forced, but when you choose to do the right thing. When you have the option to go left, but you go right. And you do the right things. He says enforced morality lacks the power. Because eventually that what you are forced to do is only going to last as long as the enforcer is behind you. Y'all missed that one, didn't you? Huh? Right now we being forced to do some stuff, right? Huh? But when you leave here, I ain't even talking about leaving the program. I'm talking about leaving the compound. As the question was imposed on Anthony yesterday, that if I give you the freedom to leave here, are you going to go left rather than do the right thing? Is it a possibility that you going to go left rather than go right? And he had to answer yes. There's a difference when we choose to. When we choose to do the right thing, we are empowering ourselves. Not only that, you know what, man? It gives you, it builds your self-esteem. Rick Warren says it like this. He says that temptations are just an opportunity to do good. When you are faced with the opportunity to do the wrong thing or the right thing, and you do the right thing, man, that's big. Big. He says faced with opportunity, or faced with temptation is just an opportunity to do good, man. Just to do the right thing. Some freedom that comes with living right. You know that? Huh? It's like we're lying. Man, when you lie, you gotta tell this lie to cover up that lie. Then you gotta remember the last lie you told. Then you gotta keep certain folks from each other, because if they ever get together, then they gonna figure out that you lying. And don't be somewhere and walk up on them. You be way over somewhere. I wonder if they talking about what they doing. They know? They figured it out? That's too much work, ain't it? That's a lot of work.
Yeah.
That's a lot of work, ain't said.
It's a lot of work.
Yeah, no. But he says, man, enforced morality lacks the power that comes to us when we choose to live a spiritual life. Living a spiritual life brings me freedom that I can go and come with confidence that, you know what, I'm doing the right thing today.
Yeah.
And I ain't got to worry about the laws pulling me over, and I ain't got to worry about this over here, and I ain't got to worry about that. Man, hey, I'm good. And aren't you tired of being forced to do stuff? Huh? Y'all ain't tired of being forced to live right? Which only lasts so long anyway. It only lasts as long as the system that you are in.
Wow.
Because soon as you leave that system, because you were forced to do it, because you were made to do it, you're going to go back to doing what you want to do. See, the key to this thing is to buy into what we do. See, if I buy into what we're doing here, then you know what? It follows me when I leave from here.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
You go to turn left and you hear Mama's voice. You go to turn left and you hear Jerry Calvin hollering at you. See, I still hear Herman on that hill. I still hear Obi tripping. You hear me? I still hear that. I like, no, to have to come back up in here and sit on this side of the table. Said that ain't gonna be good.
Nah.
So you know what? I better make some good choices if I like the system that I currently live in. And if I don't, then I change systems, which is usually not good. So he says, man, we have to choose to live a spiritual life. And you know what? That decision has to be made every day I get up.
All right.
I can't think that tomorrow's or yesterday's, day gonna carry over to this day, because every day is a new day with its own set of problems and its own. And so every day I gotta get up. I gotta do something this day. The literature talks about what we have is based on a daily reprieve. You only get one. He says in his word, don't he? He says, I give you what? My daily bread. Yeah. In the Message Bible, he says, I give you 3 square meals a day. You know what that says? God gives us just enough for this day. And because he is who he is, he won't bear upon more of us on this day than we can handle. When it get rough and we think man, don't give up, because if God has put you in a situation, God is saying, I can give you what you need in order to make it through. But when I kick in, we quitters, we cowards, we quit. We leave systems that we think don't fit us. We leave systems only to go into one that was worse. And to look up and say, where I was at, wasn't that bad.
Wasn't all that bad.
Enforced morality lacks the power that comes to us when we choose to live a spiritual life.